Okay, just wanted to let y'all know today is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode, to say the least. Mostly just because there's not that much to talk about right now. We're in the in between zone of what's going on during training camp and mini camp, and this is like the month where we just don't have that much to talk about. There's no real football stuff going on, so that's why today's episode's a little bit shorter. But we're also going to be talking about, well, what comes next for the Tennessee Titans whenever it comes to, what's next for me whenever it comes to content creation and the future of this channel, if you will. But anyway, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Titans Rundown. I am your host, Micah McCamey, and in today's episode, like I said, we're going to be talking about what's going to be happening for the future of this offseason and like what's going to be happening for this channel and what exactly I'm going to do. So we're going to discuss that in this episode. But before we get into that, I would like to mention, obviously, since I released my episodes on Wednesday, I wasn't able to cover the last day of training camp or mini camp. So here are the things that Cam Ward did, because I know, again, it's just what the people want to hear, right? Like, I could go on about like how the defense showed up or other things that happened during that day, or like how Bryce Oliver had a day or whatever, but the people want to hear about Cam Ward, so that's what I'm going to give them, okay? Cam Ward went 9 of 15 and threw 2 picks. That is not the best stat line, if you were curious. Not great at all for our supposed future franchise quarterback, but that's okay. Why? Because he showed up, he showed good leadership, confidence, moxie. He had a decent day on day 2, and he had a really great day on day 1, if y'all remember that, going 20 for 21 and taking just the people of Tennessee and even a little bit of the national media by storm, getting really excited about it. But all that I'm saying is that, like, even though he didn't have like the most amazing day that you'll ever see, he still ended up having some decent moments. And again, like, he can have a couple of bad days. It's just that whenever those bad days start piling up and piling up and piling up, that's whenever it really starts to get bad. But we'll just have to see how his season goes. And I'm excited for training camp, and I'm especially excited for those joint practices whenever we get to see where Cam Ward is truly at. That will be what shows us what we're to expect from the Titans going into next year. Man. Yeah, I can't even remember. Let me just look up who do we joint practice. Okay, so the first thing that I see that popped up was a joint practice with the Atlanta Falcons, which honestly, I don't know how much that'll measure up, mostly just because I don't know what Raheem Morris is as a head coach, really. And I don't really know what to expect from this football team this year because, Michael Penix, he's been really hyped up and everybody's thinking, oh, he's the next big thing for the Atlanta Falcons. But we only saw a couple of games out of him. And yes, while he did show some flashes during those games, they were just flashes. Like, people are acting like it's a guaranteed thing that this dude's going to be a beast. Last time that we did that with somebody that showed flashes was Anthony Richardson. And we know how that ended. But again, I also want to say that I do find it funny. I feel like every stinking offseason, people are just saying that the Colts are going to be good for no reason. Like, they could have the exact same roster, no changes whatsoever, literally just built through the draft and got like 2 free agents, and everybody thinks they're this just incredibly improved team and are going to be amazing the next year. I feel like that it's more so that like you feel like the Colts should be good every year, but they just aren't. Like, it's something interesting to talk about. But anyway, I was getting sidetracked there. I really hope that we just destroy the Falcons in a joint practice. Not because of the fact that, like, I hate the Falcons or anything. Like, if anything, they would probably have ended up being my favorite team if the Titans never moved from Houston up to Tennessee. But I just really don't like the Michael Penix hype. Like, they're giving hype to this dude who showed about as much flash as Will Levis did last year. And I really just do not like those vibes, and I don't hope that Michael Penix ends up being terrible. I hope he ends up being great. But I think that people are just getting too excited about a dude that could just not end up being that good. That's really all that I needed to say. And I really hope that we just demolished Michael Penix and proved to everybody, hey, this is going to take some time for him to develop into anything, even if he does become something. But anyway, now we got to talk about this. What's next? So I'm going on a hiatus for the next 2 months. No, I'm playing. No, I have some stuff being prepared right now. So there's going to be a completely different shift in content. Like, it's not just going to be me sitting down reading notes about what happened with the Tennessee Titans on any given day, or like draft breakdowns or whatever. Who knows? Maybe I could end up doing that, like something to do with the draft. But I feel like that I've got to do some different things during the off season to keep the content fresh and interesting. Because, like, last year, I only did positional group breakdowns, and that ended up not being, like, amazing for me. I didn't even really enjoy those that much, but they will still be happening this offseason. It's just that they'll be about positions that really have, like, actual battles. Like, last year, I did a quarterback room breakdown. It's very obvious who the quarterback's going to be this year, and it was very obvious who the quarterback was going to be last year, even with Mason Rudolph coming in as a backup. Like, we can't just act like that there is that there's like an actual battle going on at quarterback this year, or even running back. Like, who knows? Maybe I could talk about the running back 3 battle, because that is a little interesting. But anyway, what I really want to do, and I'm going to experiment with in this offseason, is answering questions about the past. Okay, 3 videos that I already have cooking in my mind are: was firing Mike Vrabel a mistake? What if Vince Young had a different head coach that worked with him instead of against him? And I could also do the other side of, like, what if the Titans just obeyed Jeff Fisher's demands and drafted Matt Leinart? And what if Mariota never gets hurt? Those are the 3 that I have in mind. I feel like those are like the 3 biggest questions that Titans fans have about the past, like, 20 years of the Titans. But I'm trying to think of more to do in between those position battles. But yeah, and then obviously we're going to do positional breakdowns for, like, let me think, what are some positions that are really, like, big battles right now? Like, what? Linebacker, edge, maybe? Like, I think that that's still technically a battle with Draymond Jones. I was about to say D'Ernest. Draymond Jones. You've got on the other side, like, Fime Oladejo. You could also obviously Arden Key, being the vet and knowing the system and all that, is also going to be a serious competitor for that spot. Like, you get the point. But anyway, I'm really interested to talk about this offseason and, like, what we're going to be doing. Now, obviously, if something big happens, like we sign, like, a free agent at, like, linebacker or something like that, or we just sign someone else, then obviously I will cover it on this channel, and I'll put a pause to all of this. But I'm not expecting that to happen. I would love to see that happen, though. Like, maybe we sign, like, a veteran linebacker, or offensive line or defensive line depth. And plus, again, if it's not, like, a name that most people would know, I would probably just do, like, a quick short about it. So no need to worry about that. But anyway, here's what I want to know. I want to know, what do y'all want me to do during the off season? Like, do y'all want me to, like, I could try and live stream, like, some PlayStation stuff. Like, I could try and I don't know if I would play Madden, but I could play CFB 25 or CFB 26 whenever it first comes out. I could let me think. I could also live stream other games that Not even just sports games, just most games in general. I could just live stream just for fun. Just let me know what y'all want to see out of me content wise over the next month. But that's really all I got. Again, short episode. Hoping that next episode will be a little bit longer. And if y'all are curious about what the next episode is going to be, it's going to be one of those questions. I'm going to be talking about, was firing Mike Vrabel a mistake? If y'all have watched for a while, y'all probably will know what my answer to that question is, but I want to give y'all the reason toward why I think that is the answer to the question, instead of just saying, Mike Vrabel should or shouldn't have stayed. Like, again, y'all see my reasoning. And that's really all I got. Okay. Anyway, that's going to do it all for me. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Not going into the outro yet. Instagram, Twitter, if y'all want to go watch. If y'all want to go follow those, they're the same name as this, Titans Rundown. For people listening over podcasting, I have YouTube. And who knows, maybe I will start making content specifically for YouTube. Maybe I'll start doing skits. I don't know. I'm just trying to experiment right now. But anyway, that's going to do it all for me. This has been a rundown of your Tennessee Titans. I love y'all, and tighten up.